Good morning, students. Hello, how are you? I think you will be fine. Students, at this crucial time, do not go out of your houses. Stay at home, stay safe, stay healthy, and keep on studies, being attached uh, to our videos or Zoom classes, and continue to complete your homework, home assignment, what is given by us. Students, in this video, I am going to explain the first chapter of poetry, which name is The Fountain. The Fountain. This poem is written by James Russell Lowell. Fountain means, students, fountain, a drop of water, एक पानी की छोटी सी बूंद जिसे हम फव्वारे के रूप में जानते हैं या जिसे हम फव्वारा कहते हैं. इस पोएट्री को आज हम स्टडी करेंगे. द फाउंटेन, कंपोज्ड बाय जेम्स रसेल लॉवेल. स्टूडेंट्स, James Russell Lowell was born on February 22, 1819 at Cambridge, Massachusetts, USA, and studied at Harvard. He studied at Harvard University. He was an American romantic poet, critic, editor, and diplomat, a politician. Diplomat is politician. So he had James Russell Lowell had many qualities at a time, and he published his first collection of poetry in 1814. His work include the satirical Bigelow Papers, memorial odes after the Civil War, and he wrote memorial odes. Odes are the very short songs, छोटे छोटे गीत उन्होंने लिखे थे, मेमोरियल सॉन्ग्स आफ्टर द सिविल वॉर. एंड fireside travels, among my books, and many more books he had composed. Students, James Russell Lowell, as I told you, he was you can say he was a diplomat. He was a romantic poet also. So in this poem, The Fountain, James Russell Lowell explained the qualities of the fountain, and he describes what is the fountain and what are its qualities. And through the fountain, he wants us to teach a lesson. Through the fountain, through this poem, he wants us to teach a lesson. So this poem inspires us, inspires the readers. So let us study the poem, and let us try to learn what the fountain teaches us. हमें फव्वारे से क्या ज्ञान मिलता है, फव्वारा हमें क्या सिखाता है. इस पोएट्री को पढ़कर हम सीखेंगे कि फव्वारे की क्या क्वालिटीज़ हैं. व्हाट आर द क्वालिटीज़ ऑफ द फाउंटेन. स्टूडेंट्स, into the sunshine, full of the light, leaping and flashing from morn till night. So the poet describes that the fountain into the sunshine. Sunshine means during the sunny day or in the sun, full of light. And when there is full of light, it is you can say sunny day, the fountain leaps and flashes. Fountain leaps means jumps, and flashes means lightens from morn till night. From morning till night, it leaps and flashes. The fountain leaps and flashes from morning till night. So this is first quality of the you can say quality of the fountain. In the second stanza, into the moonlight. Now the poet describes what the fountain looks like and what the fountain does during the moonlight. Into the moonlight, whiter than snow. It looks whiter than snow. The fountain into the moonlight, when there is moonlight, जब चंद्रमा की रात होती है, then at that time the fountain looks whiter than snow and waving so flower like, and the fountain waves. Wave means shakes. It shakes like a flower when the winds blow. So during the night, when there is moonlight, the fountain waves like a flower, and when it waves, when the winds blow, when during the night when the winds blow, the fountain waves like a flower. So students, there the poet compares the fountain to a flower, waving of a flower. You can see here in this line, waving so flower like. So the fountain waves like a flower, and here we can say there is figures of speech, that is simile, because here the poet compares the fountain to the flowers, waving of the flower. In the next stanza, the poet explains that into the starlight. Now, in the second stanza, the poet described that when there is moonlight, the fountain waves like flower, and it looks whiter than snow. It looks whiter than snow. And in this stanza, the poet describes that into the starlight. So students, you see that during the night there are stars in the sky, and if there is no moonlight, only there is starlight, at that condition, at that situation, how the fountain looks. Here in this stanza, the poet describes into the starlight, rushing in spray. The fountain rushes. Rushes means run in spray. Spray means it's like fountain. Students, we apply spray. When we apply spray in our body, there is also droplets of the water, some fragments, and that is spray. So rushing in spray. So into the starlight, the fountain run in spray, and happy at midnight. And in the starlight during the night, the fountain looks happy at midnight, happy by day, and it remains happy till day. So the fountain during the starlight, it rushes in spray, and it looks happy at midnight, and it remains happy till day. It means here the poet describes that the fountain remains happy during the night and during the day. So here the poet also wants to teach a lesson that like a fountain, we should continue our work, and we should be happy at every moment, every condition, every situation, during the night, during the day, during the sunlight, during the moonlight, and during the starlight. The fountain remains happy. So in this way the poet wants to teach us a lesson through the fountain. In the fourth stanza, the poet says that ever in motion. So what I have just now tell you, ever in motion, always being in motion. Motion means gati. It remains continue in motion. It always remains in motion, ever in motion, blithesome and cheery. Blithesome means happy, and cheery means utsahit, excited. Cheery means excited. Blithesome means happy. so ever in motion. So students, the fountain being in motion, it remains happy and excited. I hope you have understood. Ever in motion, blithesome and cheery. So being in motion, being in you can say the continue in motion, the fountain remains happy and excited. It's still climbing heavenward, and it continues climbing upward. Heavenward means upward. ये हमेशा अपने निरंतरता या निरंतर रूप से ऊपर की ओर उठता रहता है, ऊपर की ओर जाता रहता है. स्टिल क्लाइंबिंग हेवनवर्ड, नेवर अ वेरी, एंड रिमेन कंटिन्यू इन वर्क. यह गतिशील होते हुए, हमेशा गतिशील रहते हुए कभी थकता नहीं है. नेवर अ वेरी, वेरी मीन्स टायर्ड, वेरी मीन्स टायर्ड. इट नेवर वेरीज, ये कभी थकता नहीं है. So the poet through this stanza wants to teach us that we should remain ourselves, continue in work. We should be happy and excited in every condition. We should always try to progress ourselves, try to yield, try to do work, and never try to be hopeless. So in this stanza the poet teaches this. In this now in the fifth stanza, the poet explains that glad of all weather. So students, in the first line of the fifth stanza, glad of all weather, is still seeming best. Glad of all weather, glad means happy of all weather. Weather means whatever is it is the weather, whether it is a summer, winter, spring, and rainy, any weather, in any weather it remains glad. In every situation, in every condition, the fountain remains glad. So the poet describes here that glad of all weathers is still seeming best, and in every situation, in every weather, the fountain looks good. It looks best. It seems best. Upward or downward, whether it comes up, it goes upward or it comes downward, चाहे ऊपर की ओर जा रहा हो या नीचे की ओर जा रहा हो, motion thy rest, and or either it is going upward or it is coming downward. Motion is its only rest. Thy means the fountain. The fountain takes rest in motion. Being in motion, the fountain takes rest. गतिशील रहते हुए, यह अपने उसी अवस्था में रहते हुए, गतिशील रहते हुए थोड़ा सा विश्राम कर लेता है. Rest means you can say taking a little halt. So being in motion, it take a little halt. Full of nature. Here in this stanza, the poet describes that the fountain full of nature. Full of nature means it is full of natural power. Natural power. It is full of natural power. Nothing can tame, because the fountain is full of natural power, so it cannot be tamed. It cannot be tamed. It cannot be made a slave. इसे हम अपना गुलाम नहीं बना सकते. इसे हम अपने कब्जे, अपने अधिकार में नहीं ले सकते इसको. Because it has a natural power. Nothing can tame. Change every moment, ever the same. And the fountain changes its shapes and sizes every moment, but it remains same in every condition. It remains same in every condition. It remains same in every condition. It means it continues its speed. It continues its motion. It never stops. So students, once again I explain this stanza. Full of nature. Here the poet describes that the fountain is full of natural power and it cannot be tamed. It cannot be tamed because it has natural power. It continues its motion, change every moment. It changes its place every moment, ever the same. And but its speed is continuous. Its speed is uniform. So in a uniform speed, it continues its work. So through this stanza, the poet teaches us or makes us know that we should observe, we should have such a power that we could not be infected or fed up with others powers. We should remain ourselves we should remain same in every condition. Students, now in the second last stanza, the poet describes that ceaseless aspiring, ceaseless, that cannot be stopped, और जो कभी रुकने वाला ना हो. ceaseless aspiring means प्रयासरत or strive. So it strives ceaselessly, stopless. It strives stopless, ceaseless content, and it has unexhausted content. Ceaseless means unexhausted content. ऐसी संतुष्टि इसके पास है जो कभी थकती नहीं है, कभी रुकती नहीं है, कभी न रुकने वाली संतुष्टि. The fountain has a ceaseless content, a ceaseless aspiring. Darkness or sunshine, whether it is darkness or it is sunshine, thy element means qualities, its attributes. So in darkness or sunshine, these are its elements, its qualities, that in every condition it ceaselessly aspires. ये हमेशा प्रयासरत रहता है. एंड सीजलेस कंटेंट, और इसके पास एक कभी खत्म ना होने वाली ऐसी संतुष्टि होती है जो कभी खत्म नहीं होती है. मीन्स यू कैन से द फाउंटेन मेक्स itself contentment, and it strives in every condition. These are the qualities or attributes of the fountain. Students, in the last stanza, the poet describes that glorious fountain, let my heart be. Here the poet exclaimed. Here the poet addresses the fountain because exclamation mark is given, so there is addressing. The poet addresses the fountain, and there he used a quality for the fountain, glorious जो बहुत यश प्राप्त हो, जिसकी ख्याति प्रसिद्ध हो. Glorious fountain, he addresses the fountain, glorious fountain. There is apostrophe figures of speech, glorious fountain, because here the poet addresses the fountain. So students, in this stanza, in the first line there is apostrophe figures of speech. So glorious fountain, let my heart be fresh, changeful, constant, upward like thee. He addresses the fountain that his heart, means poet's heart, should be like the fountains, or the poet should contain, should observe, should involve the qualities like the fountain. So The poet says that his heart or he must have the qualities like the fountain. What are the qualities? Fresh, changeful, which is fresh and changeful, constant. Changeful, it should be remain. Let my heart be fresh. The poet wishes that his heart also be fresh, changeful, and constant. And his heart also go upward like the fountain. Like thee means you, like the fountain. He wishes that like the fountain, his heart also be a fresh heart, a changeful heart, and constant heart, and a heart which goes upward continuously. So in this way the poet gives a message to do our work, to learn a lesson from the fountain. Students, I hope you all have understood what the fountain, what we have learned through the poem The Fountain. Thank you. Have a nice day.